Since about 2008, thousands of people who are in various denominations of Christianity have been noticing that they don't have a Passover. And they've been inviting people like me and other teachers that teach about the way that we're supposed to live into their congregations to show them what Passover is about. Because they've been exposed to the idea of Passover and thought that, well, that's over with, but it's a person. Passover is Yahusha. He's our Passover. And they've had some sort of a thing on Sunday morning, which is the first day of the week. And there's nothing in the scriptures for us to do on the first day of the week, except maybe first fruits to be observed, but they don't know what that is. That's his resurrection. And they do celebrate his resurrection, but they cloak it in a lot of bunny rabbit and fertility stuff, like eggs, and teach their children about it. And they always coax them with lights and candy and gifts to train them in some sort of a Earth Mother worship thing. But they don't know that. It's masked. It's not right on. It's below the surface. They don't really see it. And yet it is right in plain sight. Well, the appointed times of Yahuah, you can look into those and determine what you should be doing instead of those other things. The appointed times for this year starts in the spring, when the first month of the year arrives. The first month of the Roman calendar has no relevance at all. And this is what it says in Exodus or Shemoth 12, verse 2. This month is the beginning of months for you. It is the first month of the year for you. And that's for the northern hemisphere. If you're a flat earther, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say hemisphere. But we love you. The interesting thing about this is it's the first thing that happens in the year. And Yahusha referred to it when he said, you know that summer is near when you see the buds on the bushes and the trees and the green leaves start to emerge and the weather starts to warm up. And that's a signal that the new month, or the next month, is going to be the real arrival of summer. Now, summer and winter are the only two seasons that Scripture knows about. They don't have 4 seasons like we think there are. It's just summer and winter. When winter is over and it doesn't start freezing up again, the sun is returning to the northern hemisphere. Anyway, Yahusha referred to it when it's at Luke 21, verse 30. When they have already budded, observing it, you shall know for yourselves that summer is near. The word summer in Hebrew is kayetz. It's based on the word life. The earth is becoming alive again. Now, this is a 4-page tract that explains the appointed times of the year, all through the year, for those who observe Yahuah's commandments. And it explains what a moon is and what a month is. There's a distinction. A month is based on the moon, but how to look for it is important. And it also tells you about matzah, or unleavened bread, and it has all the festivals. Pentecost, which is called Shabuoth, a Hebrew word for weeks, 7 weeks, Shabuoth. And it's got the fall festivals, unleavened, the unfulfilled shadows that are ahead, the last trump, the shofar blast, and then it's got Sukkoth, which is the wedding feast of the Lamb. It's what they call tabernacles. It's part of the marriage ritual, actually, in Jewish customs. But anyway, the Christians have been trained in all sorts of pagan formats And when they observe their Sunday morning festival, they're actually obeying Constantine. He started the Sunday worship. And it's happening in the morning, and they're having a supper in the morning. Well, that's part of the confusion, because they're blending things together. The compromiser, Constantine, was a phenomenal compromiser. And he blended together Passover, which they seem to be celebrating every time they have a Mass or eating communion. Passover is done once a year, and it's done in your home. It's not done in public. You know, you close the door. The first Passover was in Egypt. Remember that? And everybody was to stay indoors that night. And they had their Passover. And the Passover lamb, that's about Yahusha too. And the blood of the lamb on your doorposts, the doorposts of your heart. That's what it's about. Anyway, this is a downloadable PDF for free. You can get it at torazone.net, and it'll tell you all about it. But this year is amazingly special. The signs in the heavens, which is what I named this video. The signs in the heavens, what is that about? There are going to be signs in the heavens. Well, one of the things that happens every new month, because the new month is based upon when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, and that's when solar eclipses occur. Well, this one happens to be on the 4th Roman month on the 8th day. And this one is going to pass directly through the central part of the United States, and it's going to eclipse the sun. It's going to be a total eclipse of the sun. And it's going to occur on the 4th Roman month, April, named after a pagan deity, as usual. And it's going to be on the 8th day of the Roman month. But it's going to be the first day of the new year. That's Yahuah's year. So we'll be saying Happy New Year at that time. And that is the shofar is blown, if you have one, and then you await the 14th day. The 14th day. That's when we have Passover. That's the 14th. And then the 15th is the beginning of a high Sabbath, which this will explain to you. It's a 7-day festival of unleavened bread, where you get rid of all the leaven in your home. Anything that has leaven in it, it's applying to the bread, not the dog food, but the bread. The bread has to be unleavened, because they came out of Mitzrayim in a hurry, and the bread had not time to rise. And that's a memory of that. That's a remembrance. But it also looks forward to something else, because the unleavened hearts have taken out all the errors in their life. Like the bunny rabbit thing, but they embrace that. But in the pagan festivals. Anyway, if you just download this, it's a valuable resource for finding out what Yahuah's high Sabbaths are all about. Remember to like and subscribe and learn more about Yahuah's ways, and we'll see you in the next exciting video.